Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Ronnie's, aka Scribbling Hammer High Top Jones, and this is Grumpy Old Marine Wood Turning. Welcome to my shop. Oh, well, it's been a morning. I had trouble with the computer as usual. I'll never have a good day hardly, but anyway, let me check. I'm gonna check my phone real quick right here and make sure that everything's running right. Make sure I got visual and everything before I get too far along on this thing. All right, we're good to go. All righty, looks like everything's going fine. Let me turn this volume down on this phone. We'll have an echo in here. All righty. We're going to take this as a chunk of wood. It's 1 inch square, 8 inches long. I got 2 of them. We're going to turn 2 today. They're going to be pretty quick projects. I'm going to turn one with just a spindle gouge. I got a couple different kinds of spindle gouges, but just with the spindle gouges. And I'm going to turn one with the skew chisel. I can find what I've done with it. There it is. With the skew chisel, and I'll give you a better look at them when I change the angle. First thing we do to these, I got this little center final. It lines, if these things are square, it lines right up on the corners, and you mark it. This is the marked centers. Maybe you can see it, I don't know. Gonna put this little point with the awl right here. All right. This is called between center. These are ring drives right here. This is a ring center drive and a ring center tailstop piece. This allows us to spin this end. The motor turns it off this end. This end right here spins and keeps it square. So we find our marks. Lock it down, tighten our tailstop. All right, now let me change angles real quick. I'm gonna put you on number 3, I think. Let's see. Let's adjust that camera just a little bit. Well, that'll do it, maybe. Maybe you can see that good. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this thing around. I got this spindle roughing gouge right here. Make sure we lay it on the tool rest. We'll make sure I speed it down to 0 when we turn on the lathe. Then we turn it up, make sure everything clears. And we turn it up. And this being only an inch thin, we can run this thing up about 2,000 RPM. Yeah, I'm gonna run it at 1,200. I forgot to change my speed. This thing's got 2 speeds on the lathe. I was turning on a big bowl the other day, and this is the flow speed, and it only go up to 1,100. We're gonna see if 1,200. We'll see if it turns off. If not, I have to change over real quick. Yeah, that's gonna be too slow. Let me change these pulleys over real quick. Won't take me just a second. There. I changed that angle so you can see them anyway. Anyway, that box right over here, it's got the belt in it. I get this light down here where I can see. All right, there we go. All right, now we got that bad boy spinning now. We're at 2,000 RPM. We're just gonna turn it around. And really hard, you'll feel the vibration. If it's not round yet, you can hear it. You won't be able to hear it, but I can hear it. Let me change our view back now. All right, we got this part pretty round. We got a little flat spot right there. Go back over here now. All right. So we turn our lathe speed back down to 0. Turn it on, ease it up. Right. Wow. What happened to my dang? Hmm. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I mashed the wrong button. Now we got it back up. All right, we got to round it up now. My dipper head is going to be on this end. We're going to give us about a half an inch right here. It's going to be waste wood right here. That's going to be waste wood right there. We're going to be right there. We're going to do the same over here. Try to get it where it won't block your way when I mark it, but can't figure out how to do that. But there we go. A half inch over here. And then between two marks, that's going to be our honey dipper. All right, we're going to do this one first with the spindle guy. So we're going to start right here. This is waste wood right here. We're going to take this waste wood out of here. Get it out of our way. I need this about 1.5 inches or so. It don't have to be exact. But take some waste wood down on this side. Then we're going to kind of shape our dipper. Kind of shape we want right there. Now we got our parting tool. We're going to make it, which is going to be our gap for to get the honey with. All right, we got that done. Find the right guy. We'll go back with our spindle gouge now. This will be the handle. We're going to go shaking the handle. Every time we put this thing back down, you always make sure you're on the tool rest before you put it up to the wood, because if you don't, you get a mess. It'll jump and skip with you. Make sure you're down first. Get up. Make sure, get your bevel. Make sure you're cutting wood, and we're not going fast enough. Turn it up a little bit. All right, we'll turn it off. It's supposed to turn your lathe off every time you move your tool rest. We turners, we tend to forget that a lot of times after you've been turning a long time, but it's a safety thing. With this thing being around like this, it's not real dangerous, but it's good practice. So right here, we're just gonna take this waste wood down now. All right. I'm gonna take this down a little bit right here. I'm gonna make a little V-tail shape. I don't know, maybe like the bee's tail, I don't know, but I'm gonna make a little knob up here. Make something like that. All right, now we're gonna shape this up a little bit right here. All right, we got that shape. All right, now I'm gonna take my skew chisel, turn off the lathe again. Right up here. Gonna put us a little groove in this thing. Now we're going to sand it. We're going to turn our speed down to about 1,000 RPM. I got 3 grits of sandpaper here. Well, I'm in my way again. I got 150. I got a rope backwards there. Better hold on to it. I got 150, 240. $3.20. Start with the 150. Gonna turn that phone off, I reckon. That's with the 150. Here's the 240. Go down in the groove with this one. Just clean them up a little bit. All right. Now to 320. All right, we got that. All sanded up nice and pretty. Now we're going to get this thing ready to part off. With our skew chisel, we're going to go in here. We're going to take it all the mesh all the way down. Still just hold it a little bit. Now we're going to come over here. We're going to part this one all the way off. All right. And then we're going to cut that off with a saw and sand these 2 ends. But when I get we're going to cut this part off with the saw. I keep getting where the camera is. We're going to cut that off with the saw and then sand both these ends. And I'll do that when I get this other one turned. Now we're going to turn this one. We're going to pretty much use nothing but the skew chisel on this one. I've already marked centers on it. So Y'all already seen me mark centered one. I already marked on these, so it wouldn't take up so much time. Need to, we do need to push it with the awl though. Gives a starting point. See what I'm doing like that, but anyway. That's the point. Yeah. No, that can't be it. That's it. All right. All right, now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna round this over. Turn my speed back up to about 2,000. Make sure your two's on the lay rest, on the two rest first. Run it, touch the wood, raise the hammer, ride the bevel. All right, that round must have been pretty square. That round looked pretty quick. Still a little flat right there. I think that got it then. Spin it, make sure nothing hits. Turn it up. All right, got that pretty round now. Move about two rests back over here. All right. Now we're gonna use this bad boy, the skew chisel. The skew chisel, a lot of wood turners are scared of this tool. And it took me a long time, and I might have a big catch with it today, cause it'll get on you if you don't do it just right. It does beautiful work, but it's not very forgiving. So, but hey, I'm a wood turner. We're supposed to turn with this stuff, and I keep practicing with it. And if I make a mess, I just make a mess. But I believe in using every tool in my arsenal. we're doing the same thing. We're gonna mark a 1/2 inch on each end. Then we're gonna mark 1.5 inches. All right. Now to use the skew chisel, we have to raise it. The tool rest has to be a little higher for that. But it's a flat chisel, got to come up a little higher. I believe that'll do it right there. All right. So now we're gonna make a couple cuts called a V cut. We come right in the middle, and then we come on each side of this thing to this chisel, and we're gonna make a V cut and another V cut. Do the same thing over here. Point, long point, right down in the middle. Over this side, and then come over this side. All right. Now we're gonna take this down right here. I'm gonna take this down a little bit right here. All right, now we're gonna round this over. We gotta get on this bevel, we gotta get it in there, or rotate the tool. Ride the bevel, we get our point locked in. Break this round just a little bit. Got it shaped about like we want it. All right. We're gonna cut these grooves for this. We're gonna make them big grooves. We're gonna cut them with this chisel. We're not gonna use the parting tool. This tool right here. All right. Then our beetroot cut for the honey dip. Now we're gonna take this down. Clean that up right there. All right. All right, I'm gonna stop a minute real quick. I got this diamond file right here. This skew chisel has to shave mighty sharp to work good, so we're gonna tune it up with this diamond file a little bit. All right. All right. All right. I'm gonna do a little something different on this knob. I'm gonna taper this up just to a taper right here. And we're not gonna put the little beads in on I did on the other one. We're gonna make a different kind of handle. Take this waste away. Try to roll just a little bit of an arch in this thing right here. All right. We're all gonna put us a couple rings up here. I think I'm gonna put two on this one. There. All right. Now we're ready for sanding. Back with the 150. I'm gonna take. Oh, hit that. That's why you're supposed to not do that. But I'm gonna take this down a little bit more right here. So I can sand in there good. All right, we'll turn it off this time. Bring it back over here. I'm gonna take this down a little bit. We can sand that a little better. Get that 150 back out. Now the 240. And 320. All right. Put this down pretty close. And then just like we done before, we're gonna part this all the way off over here. So, we loose. All right. Let me change this angle real quick. All right, let me stick some of these tools out of the way real quick. Buddy Colin Way, he always says, every tool has its place, every tool in its place. So I'm trying to do that. I'm not that good at it, but I'm learning. Get some of this stuff out of my way here. All righty. All right, we're going to take this little saw here, and we're just going to hack this end off. Same thing with this one. Little Japanese pull saw. These are nice little saws for stuff like this. All right, we got them ends off like that. I don't know how good you can see that from there, but now we're going to knock our drive center. Get this thing out of my way. And knock our nice drive center out of the way. Let's have a sanding pad right here somewhere. Well, don't know what to do with it. No, that's it. There it is. Gonna stick this little chuck right here on here. Stick that bad boy right in there. I got like a 180 grit on that. And that's gonna clean these ends up really smooth and won't have to do them at one time probably. Turn it on and turn. You're just gonna keep rotating it. Don't let it stop or you'll sand a flat spot in it. That's good on that one. Then we'll come this end. Got a little nubbin to knock off. Whoa, we knocked it off. We dropped it, but this walnut's tough. These things, I don't make them real thin where they'll be weak. That worked very well. Didn't hurt it a lick. This is why I do things live, folks. I like people to see all wood turners. I don't care what anybody says. We all drop things, make mistakes. Them guys, there's nothing wrong with what them guys are doing, editing them really great videos and all. That's fine, but that's not what I wanted to do. I want you to see me in my shop, good or bad, what I go through. There's a lot of that mess up with the button while ago. Instead of hitting camera 3, for some reason I pushed the button forward. I don't have a camera on forward. That's why it went black. And it took me a minute to realize that what I'd done. But that's all part of it. If I'd have been editing that, I could record that. I could have edited that out. But I don't want to. What you see right here is, I mean, it's what I do if I was turning these for a take to a show or for somebody else. I'm never gonna, and even if I make a real mess of it, I'm not gonna take the video down. I'm gonna leave it up. What I believe in. All right. We got that one. And we got that one. And that, okay. Two done with 2 different kind of tools, 2 different ways. I made these handles a little different. You stick them down in the honey jar, them grooves catch the honey and it drizzles out. People like them a lot. I got a video up where I made one of these attached to a jar that fits on to a lid that fits on a mason jar, so you can keep it in the mason jar and it's raised enough if you hadn't seen it, if you want to watch it. Then the only thing else I do to these is I got a little small bucket. I pour it full of mineral oil and I drop these in the mineral oil, let them soak for a few hours, and take them out, let them drain, wipe them down good, and they'll be ready for use. And I want to thank everybody for watching. And if you think you can, if you like it good enough, give me a like, share it with somebody, and subscribe. My channel new. I'm trying to get 100 subscribers. I got like 94 now. My initial goal was to get 100, then I'm gonna go from there. So any help would be appreciated. But and any comments, I don't get many comments. If you don't like something, tell me. I can't improve it so people not telling me stuff. And I watch them. I try to get my friend, my daughter, to watch them. She can be pretty critical of her dad, so she's a lot of help sometimes. And but anyway, that's what it is. And always remember, I want you to be motivated, dedicated, and fired up about wood turning. Hoorah!